Hi guys, so this is my quick update on DXY guys. What am I expecting on DXY guys? I'll do a quick recap on what I was expecting on DXY based on my previous analysis. If you watched my previous analysis, I said I was expecting the XY to push down to 5.340, and my reason was because we can see right around here there was this break of structure right here. We broke this trend line right here. We came, so I was expecting a sort of like a retest from this break of structure right here, which is around mine 78.6% fib level, before we now continue to drop to the downside and go to the upside, because I knew overall that the XY is going to continue to push to the upside. So we can see that when we came here, we didn't see any rejection or anything that shows that we're going to continue to push to the upside. Sorry, we're going to continue to push to the down. So we can see that we had this huge momentum right here, and I was saying that okay, that I'm going to wait for it to at least break this zone right here. And if you watched my previous analysis, right, I gave two instances that I knew that overall we are pushing to the upside on the XY, but because of this break of structure right here, that we might push down here before we push to the upside, or we might just continue from where it is, come up here to this zone right here, retest the zone, and possibly go push to the upside. So as you can see, if I go to a smaller time frame, right, we can see that we push to the upside, right, push to the upside. We saw this candlestick right here, this AMA candlestick right around this area right here. It came close, this candlestick close above the zone, closes above the zone, and you can see that when we saw the close above the zone, it's this red candle right here tested the zone, and it continued to push to the upside by giving this engulfing candle right here, and continue to push to the upside. So I'm predicting currently that DXY is going to go to at least my negative 61.8% fib level, which is 107.453. But that is still my prediction on that. I'd like to just do a quick touch up on that, delete this previous analysis because it's now invalid for us, right? Let me go to a bigger time frame just to show you a top-down analysis. If you know that, if you've been watching my analysis so far, I used to do top-down analysis because it helps the overall picture of your trend. I knew we're going to the uptrend, and my target for that is still 107.923, around that area right here, to fill in this 90% level right here. Then if we're going to extend, there's a possibility that we might extend to 19.577 because of this break of structure right here. It hasn't retested the break of structure, so there's a possibility that we might push up to around that level before we now continue to push to the downside, because I still think like the overall picture of it is the downside. I think it's giving me something like an impulse right here, a correction of some sort, then a continuation to push to the downside, and it to be my negative 27% fib level, which is 19,367, around that area right here. But that is like the overall picture, and I don't like predicting too much to the future. So I know as of right now I'm going to be buying on the XY until otherwise happens. So that is the reason why it's good to do top down analysis, because it just shows you like the overall picture of the trend, of the direction. So now we can see that it's still continuing to push to the upside. Let's see. So as you can see, this is the daily time frame right here. I'm still seeing this bullish momentum right here. So there's a higher chance that we are getting to my next target, which is negative 61.8% fib level, like I said. So that is the reason why I like to do top down analysis. It just helps you to see the overall picture. I'm going to delete this one since it was invalid right here, because I thought that my reason why for my other target and my negative 27 because was like I thought that my down move will probably get to this touch trailer right here, so we can have a first touch, a second touch, a possible third touch before we now zoom to the upside, right? But as we all know that you don't predict the market, you react to the market. Since it didn't touch the trend line, it's fine. So I'm just going to be analyzed again based on that. I can put another trend line from here to here. As long as we have 2 or more touch, we can have a trend line point, right? We can have a trend line. So that trend line is valid right there. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Okay, perfect. We can see how that goes. There's still a possibility that we might still come down here to give me a sort of a actual retracement before we now continue to push to the upside, right? That's a possibility, but I still think we're going to continue to the upside because I'm still seeing more of a buy momentum right here. You can also just draw a trend line. So I like drawing trend line based on the based on the different time frames, because it just helps to simplify the markets, to be honest, and that is the reason why I like to use trend line. We can see right here. So right now I think there's a possibility that we might just come down a little bit to give me some touch of like a retracement before we continue to now push to the downside, to continue to the upside. Probably give us like a first touch, second touch, a possible third touch, then a zoom to the upside for my next target before we now know what next. So when we get here, to depend on the momentum of the current price action to determine if it's going to continue to push to the upside, or we're going to just retrace a little bit before we continue to the upside. So we have to be a little bit patient on that, guys. So that is my quick thought. Okay, so if you're going to continue to push to the upside, if I still see more momentum, this will be my possible next target. Right here will be my possible target. So if I see more momentum around here, this will be my next TP. But I have to see how we react around this area, because we might get to my negative 61.8 and possible drop down to maybe retest this trend line before we continue to push to the upside. And that is the reason why I don't like predicting to the future. Let's just take it one step at a time, because the market's bias changes, even despite the fact that I think we might retrace a little bit to the downside before we push to the upside. It might not do that. It might just continue to give me something like this, then continue to push to the upside, right? That's a possibility. We just have to be open-minded, right? When we are and knows that we react to the market and don't predict the market. So that is my quick thought on the XY, guys. Hope you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.